What is up, guys? Today I have a special announcement. I will be taking my Madden talents to the Premier Madden League. What makes this league so special is that all 32 teams are going to be documenting this league on their own respective YouTube or Twitch channels, and every team has its own Twitter account. So if you want to see the league through another user's eyes, you can do that. I feel blessed for landing my favorite team during the selection process, the Dallas Cowboys, and I think that will make this series even more important to me. This is a combination of literally my favorite things to do in life: the Cowboys, CFM, and creating content. I tried to create a series a couple years ago called Make America's Team Great Again, but the league that I was in moved too fast and I wasn't able to keep up after the first week. But this series will be in a league with a fewer advances so that we have time to edit videos and highlights for the YouTubes. Make sure you're subscribed if Madden CFM videos are your thing. Also, check me out on Twitch because I've been going live over there a few times a week, and you'll actually be able to check out those CFM matchups live throughout the season before they become broken down here. I hope that with this league we are able to bring attention to some of the issues that plague the CFM community, because we are not the MUT community and the things we want from this game are very different. The problem is that we don't generate millions of dollars for EA, and they've neglected us and wasted time on things like long shot, trying to jumpstart another mode that frankly none of us asked for. Alright, but enough complaining about EA. First things first, we had a free agent draft, and I'm watching Jonathan Hankins fall past everybody right into my lap. Hankins is listed as a right end, but he's obviously suited as a run-stopping, one-technique defensive tackle, which is one of the biggest needs on this defense. The Cardinals were on the clock in front of me, and I checked their roster to see there wasn't much of a need on defensive line, but I think this guy just wanted to take the best player available and snatched him up from right underneath me. I was prepared to offer him a trade and asked him who else he would want from free agency, and I would trade him and a 4th-round pick for that player. After a little hardball, I broke down, offered a third. He told me that the next player on his board was Aaron Lynch, so I picked him up. Apparently though, we can't trade in this league until week 3 or 4, so who knows, I might not even feel the need to spend a 3rd-round pick on a nose tackle after a few games. So let's break down a couple of questions that we have going into this season. First of all, who are we going to start at right end? Should we start Randy Gregory? Should we start Taco Charlton? And then we can use Randy Gregory as a pass rush specialist in the new depth chart position. Also, who are we going to play at slot receiver? Who's going to be our starter at tight end? Should we trade Cole Beasley? We don't have a lot of receivers, but he's one of the few that might actually be able to get some trade value. And this is kind of a unique idea that I had based on the fact that I think these guys might be better suited to swap positions. Should I switch Connor Williams and Lyle Collins from left guard and right tackle? I think that Connor Williams is better suited to be on the outside and to play smaller defensive ends, and that Lyle Collins is more of a road grader to play inside. Let me know what you guys think in the comments if I should lab that and see how it goes. So after open season was declared on free agents, I turned the bottom of the roster with some gems I could find in free agency. Let's go ahead and go through the roster now. We went ahead and replaced both of our backup quarterbacks with guys that have unique skill sets that we could use if in case Dak Prescott actually goes down, because the other guys just weren't going to cut it. They had low throw power, poor accuracy. At least now we've got a big, tall, strong-armed guy, and then we've got kind of a shifty, fast guy, depending on, you know, the circumstances we run into. At running back, we made sure that we signed Bo Scarborough to the active roster. At wide receiver, we were able to pick up Equanimeous St. Brown off of the Packers practice squad. We have a real need at wide receiver, and he might end up playing a lot more than anticipated this year just because he's only a 21-year-old rookie and he may develop pretty well. At tight end, we were able to pick up Bucky Hodges. He actually is kind of my front runner for starting at tight end because he's got such great speed and size. At left tackle, we were able to pick up the rugby player that the Eagles signed. The Eagles actually released this guy probably because he was only a 65 overall, but he's got quick development and he's only 21 years old with crazy size as an offensive lineman. So we went ahead and picked up the old rugby player. At left guard, we were able to find Dorian Johnson on someone's practice squad. Antonio Garcia was actually a right tackle, but we bumped him inside because I want my tackles to be a little bit more athletic and agile so that they can pull. At right tackle, we were able to find Zach Banner. So we went ahead and we signed Aaron Lynch so that we could potentially do that trade down the road for John Hankins. But we also picked up Kendall Donnerson, who is definitely a pass rush specialist because he's got great size for the position. But we're going to keep him at linebacker so that he can develop well, and his speed is pretty awesome too. So I like to use my left outside linebacker spot as kind of my hybrid pass rush linebacker position. And then at middle linebacker, we went ahead and made Leighton Vander Esch one of our captains because he is going to be a day 1 starter. Using the middle linebacker is probably the thing I'm best at in Madden, so we're going to go ahead and turn him into a star. We were able to pick up Travin Howard in free agency. He's got a low overall, but he's a rookie with 87 speed and 89 acceleration. If for some reason Leighton Vander Esch goes down, at least we've got a nice, fast, young guy to develop behind him. Sean Lee is also a captain, and he's probably in one of his last couple of seasons here. We've got Jalen Smith moved over to the right outside linebacker spot so that he is a scheme fit and he can continue to develop with that quick development. At cornerback, we picked up Tony Lippett and Rico Gafford. Rico Gafford obviously for the speed, and Tony Lippett we picked up because he's a scheme fit. He's 6'3" and he's got 81 zone coverage. The goal for him is to eventually have him as a backup at free safety once we can get his scheme fit over free safety to match our scheme. I also picked up Maurice Kennedy. He was a cornerback, but we went ahead and moved him to free safety, and Xavier Woods is staying at free safety just to be a scheme fit so that he can develop quickly, but he's actually going to be our starter at strong safety. I went ahead and I cut the kicker, Brett Maher, because I can't get down with that name and the fact that he's trying to replace Dan Bailey and missed his first kick. So we went ahead and found this gem here with even stronger leg with 96 kick power. He's also got 82 speed and 85 acceleration, which is crazy. So we're going to potentially throw some fake field goal attempts in there, and I think he's a great guy to catch the opponent off guard with some trick plays. And then a quick look at our practice squad. We'll probably lose a lot of these guys. We got Justin Jackson from Northwestern. He's got quick development and pretty good stats. I'm sure that he'll be gone. We should probably look to add him on the game day roster if we can clear up a spot. I moved Blake Jarwin because I don't think anyone's going to want to pick him up. Picked up Andrew Brown. Dalton Schultz we bumped down to the practice squad also because he's pretty similar to Blake Jarwin. I don't think anyone's going to pick him up. If they do, oh well. He doesn't really offer much. I've played with him. He's not really that great. Got Frank Ginda, another pass rushing outside linebacker. We've got a left guard, Sean Harlow, who's got decent strength. Not really a lot else. Chris Covington was a rookie that they drafted. We bumped him down to the practice squad. Lance Lenore is still here. Nobody's going to pick him up with that 85 speed because he's only 6 foot. But he's also got quick development, so we're going to go ahead and leave him there. Kyle Cuero, decent speed, looks like a safety, and we bumped Mike White down to the practice squad because I don't think anyone's going to pick him up because he's got nothing special about him. We went ahead and listed a couple guys on the trade block. We've got Tyrone Crawford, Cole Beasley, and Malik Collins. I don't think that anybody's really going to pick them up. If they want to, they are definitely available and we're open for discussion. If there's anybody else you guys see that I should potentially list on the trade block, please let me know. I think this lineup is as optimized as it's going to be going into week 1. Let's head to Carolina for our week 1 matchup with the Panthers.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the
Lucky for me, I pulled the league commissioner in week 1. As you can see by his gamer tag in the top right corner, he is Panthers PML. That is dedication, folks. He named his actual gamer tag after this league. Opening kickoff, you can see there's no kick meter. This league is all Madden, guys. We're not playing around here. He's going to take this opening kick all the way out to the 40 after stumbling through a whole crowd of guys. First down. We're going to shut down the running game. I'm going to do my best to eliminate all of the 1-yard runs, 2-yard runs, so we can make these videos as short as possible. 2nd and 11, he's going to run the wide receiver screen to DJ Moore. I get a little bit lost. Still trying to get a handle on Leighton Vander Esch. He is big and fast, but he's not super agile, so he's kind of hard to control, but we'll get it down. Still shutting that run down. I'm impressed with our run defense thus far. He gets a big one though, and Xavier Woods lifts him up after he tries to hurdle and slams him to the ground. I love that animation. 3rd and 1, in great position. He's going to run a play action. He's got Devin Funchess with the post down the middle of the field. I tried to user Byron Jones. He misses. Xavier Woods comes through and knocks the ball loose. What a great play to stop the first drive. He's going to have to settle for 3, and he just barely squeaks it in here. Not bad for the first drive considering the field position that they started off with. He's going to go ahead and kick this ball out of bounds, and we're going to get our first drive in the Premier Madden League started here. And I'm going to try and show you the play art on every single play if I can. A lot of the times, you know, in the heat of the game, I don't. I'm going to run play action early. He overruns me with Luke Kuechly, and we got Michael Gallup streaking down the middle of the field, or galloping, I guess you could say. That's a great way to start our offense. That's exactly what I want to see. I don't want people to think that we're just going to be a running offense and that we're actually going to be able to stretch the field, unlike the real Cowboys. Early on, we've got ourselves down here at 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line. So basically 1st and goal. I'm going to check it down real quick to Bucky Hodges, our new tight end. Try to see if he can get a couple yards. We got to, of course, feed Zeke down at the goal line. Make sure that he can eat. He gets us down to the 2-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. I love the route on Bucky Hodges right here. I think that as long as he can get a little separation from a linebacker, he should be good. Nope. The computer goes ahead and blesses him. We're going to keep track of those in the corner because that's always important. That's one of the biggest downsides to Madden. All of these random dictated plays that the user's not actually contributing to, but they just decide that they're going to intercept the ball on the goal line. Anyways, I'm over it. He's going to get a first down on 3rd and 8 with a nice high pass to Devin Funchess. and he's going to throw into double coverage, and Byron Jones does not pick that off. I don't know how. 3rd and 7. We got the guys locked up in the middle, but he's got Devin Funchess deep. I try to get back there, but Xavier Woods comes and lays the wood. Knocks it loose. Huge stop. We're going to try our luck with the screen here of our own. But nope, we're going to fake it, and we're going to throw it out to the flat to Rod Smith, who stumbles forward for a first down. Sometimes you got to do that because the screen passes become way too easy to read and way too slow to develop. Here you can see La'el Collins doesn't even try to block Julius Peppers. I mean, let's look at that again closer. Look at this. He doesn't even pay attention to Julius Peppers. He's like, oh, there's a defensive end out there? That's cool. My tight end that's running a route right out of the gate will, you know, chip him. No, he doesn't even do that. He just gives up a free run. It's another Madden blessing for him. We're going to have to punt the ball back, and after a 3-yard loss, it is 2nd and 13 for him. Looks like he's got a little screen pass going, but David Irving reads it, plays it, shuts it down. 3rd and long. I see where he's going. I couldn't react quickly enough. He gets Devin Funchess in the hole in the zone. Great play by him. Great read. Good pass. Ooh, he throws it in almost triple coverage. He's so lucky that fell incomplete and not intercepted. I won't call that a Madden blessing because on the very next play, he goes ahead and throws it right back to me. Byron Jones makes a nice play, but then he does some weird kneeling thing. Here we're going to try and get fancy with a little fullback screen since we got an athletic fullback, but no, we're going to take the sack instead. Jeff Swaim luckily picks it up and falls down for a 15-yard loss. So we're going to need to pick up some big yardage here. 2nd and 25. We're going to run a play action. And we've got Allen Hurns streaking down the field. His user misplayed it. Michael Gallup doesn't block him, so we're not going to quite get there, but we're going to get a huge 60-some yard pass play off of that. 3rd and goal here. We're going to run a slant, and I panicked. I just made a horrible read. The first one was on Madden. The second one, that was definitely my fault. Here he comes out on 1st down. A little slant to Devin Funchess. 2nd and 3. He's going to run it with his fullback. He's going to get the 1st down. I'm out here diving from the free safety spot, but we get him down anyways. Let's reset. I've actually used a lot of man defense on him in this game, and it works really well. There's our new free safety, Maurice Kennedy, making the strip on the pass. He tries to use the screen as a distraction, but I'm not fooled, and I get the user alert with Leighton Vander Esch. First one of his career. Get a little fancy with a juke there. Probably could have ran that one back, but I got too fancy. Let's take another look at LVE's first career interception. He thought that I was underrunning the route, and I actually was able to spin around. Remember, when you're using the middle linebacker, guys, think circles, not straight lines. Circles. Make sure you're spinning your guy in circles. They lose a lot less speed. And classic Madden, right off the pick, on the very next play, the floodgates open up, and I'm able to run it down. I've got one man to beat. I tiptoe down the sideline after a missed tackle, and I'm going to take it in for a touchdown. First score of the year. Huge play, but classic Madden off of a turnover that a simple play like this can get broken for a big touchdown. 3rd and 2. I'm manning up his guys, but I actually left the guy I was supposed to be manning up with. But he catches it and goes out of bounds for only a 1-yard gain. So in this league, we have got to punt on 4th and 1. Tyron Smith, a 97 overall left tackle, doesn't even play the defensive end. On the first sack, you could have given it up to La'el Collins being low rated, but look at this. This man doesn't even play him. He even lets the guy wave at him as he lets him run past and sack fumble his quarterback. They challenged the fumble, ruled me down, but I'm a little bit flustered. I come out and just make a horrible read and throw it right at his linebacker. I'll say I actually got blessed on that one there. We punted the ball, got it down to the 4-yard line, trying to make sure that we stop him before the half. He punts it back to us. We're just going to go ahead and kneel it and come out in the second half and start the second half with a huge run by Zeke. After a couple short runs, it's 3rd and 8. Trying to stretch the field here. If he lofts that ball to Michael Gallup is still running. But he throws a bullet and he does not make the play. And then Sean Lee doesn't make the play. What is going on here, guys? On 2nd and 5, I'm going to man up with Greg Olsen. I play the inside for some reason, and the ball goes right over my head. He gets a little bit lucky there, finds a soft spot in the zone. On 1st and 10, he's going to run it right up the middle. Gets a nice little 7-yard run. Run a little play action now after a successful run. And Xavier Woods mans up Greg Olsen and just completely undercuts the route, makes the interception. Awesome move. Xavier Woods is so far playing really, really well at that strong safety position. We're going to go ahead and play it safe here, get it out to the backup tight end. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, they took Bucky Hodges from me in the first half with an injury, so we're rocking with the young tight ends here. We're getting Rico Gathers involved. Jeff Swaim's playing well. Ooh, got a little bit lucky there. I don't know if that's a blessing, but that was pretty close to one. Here on second down, I did not read the route properly. I did not stick to my own advice and think circles when running with the middle linebacker, and I tried to make a cut line. I got burned by a much quicker receiver. After stopping him on third down, he is going to punt the ball back to us, and after a 1-yard loss, we're going to try and open up this playbook a little bit. I see a soft spot in his coverage, and I want to get it to Rico Gathers. All you got to do is tap it, but I must have held it a little bit too long. He threw a bullet pass, interception. So now we're in a tough spot here. We just got to continue to play good defense. Make some big hits with Chidobe Awuzie, but he's starting to eat offensively. On 3rd and 1, I read his receiver here, cutting to the outside. I get held up, a little pick play action by his wide receiver DJ Moore, and he gets it in there for the touchdown. Devin Funchess. That was a nice play. If I hadn't gotten held up though, I might have been able to use that one. Gets the 2-point conversion. He's up 14-7. It's a 1-possession game, so it's time for me to move. Get back to the running game. Short 6-yard run with Zeke. Steal his game plan after a good run. A little touch pass to Michael Gallup across the middle. Dak shows that he can make those passes. We just need to see him a little bit more consistently. He got me with a safety blitz on that one. I'm okay with that. 3rd and 17. This has got to be a big play here. And it looks like I got Tavon Austin. He's got him burned. I got the square down and everything, but somehow he gets a user swat on there. I'm not really sure how that happened. Cam's going to do his thing, but he's going to get user sacked on the play. Ooh, and then he just throws just a bad pass right to Jordan Lewis in the zone. Out here, we're just going to try 4 verts. He blitzes with Luke Kuechly, so I've got that zone wide open. What was significant on that play is that Ezekiel Elliott got hurt, so we got to see how long he's out for. On this play, we try to hit Tavon Austin, and for some reason, because Tavon Austin is rated low, he does not make an accurate throw. Here we're going to throw it out. He's usering. I see his user. I take advantage of it. Hit him with the spin move. Hit him with the juke. Dive over Luke Kuechly. Touchdown. What a play. I did not think that Allen Hurns had that in. Bruised shoulder will return soon. I'm going to go ahead and substitute out Rod Smith because now we are tied up. I feel confident that we can make a play. And who knows, Ezekiel Elliott could be back sooner than expected. All right, he comes out. He got a nice little play there. 3rd and 8. He gets a deflection off the line. I got a little lucky there. Go ahead and take it. He punts it down to me. This is a big drive here. I've got Rico Gathers out. Big man makes a nice stiff arm, but he's not got the agility to stay in bounds. It's okay. On this play, we're trying to get some positive yards. For some reason, Dak spins the wrong way. We go ahead and throw it across our body to Zeke in the flat just to play it safe. Got lucky, got it up to 3rd and 1 here, and we get an incomplete pass. Now, like I said, the rule in this league is that you cannot go for it on 4th and 1 unless you're in your opponent's territory. Well, I'm on the 50-yard line. The rule technically specifies 45, but I asked him about Madden telling me that I should go for it here. And in my opinion, the Madden CPU wants you to go for it in these situations so they can give you a little bit of a momentum boost. Sometimes I feel like in leagues where they make you punt on 4th down and short like this, that if you do in fact punt that, they see that as a bad call, that it actually does make sense to go for it. So in the sim situation, we would go for it here. And we're able to take off and get that 1st down with Dak running the ball for the first time of the day. Super clutch play. I feel pretty confident moving forward that we're going to be able to make the plays and the Madden's going to be on our side here. So we're going to play it safe here, make sure we don't turn the ball over. Hit Zeke. I felt like I had a huge run, and then all of a sudden his cornerback comes off of a lineman's block and makes the tackle. That's okay. We're moving into field goal position. We've got time to take off the clock. Nice little cutback with Ezekiel Elliott to make sure that he does not run into the line and gets a few yards. Keeps that clock churning. And it's 2nd and 3. We're going to run a couple of short routes here, play it safe. And then we're going to take off with Dak. We're going to slide right past the 1st down marker. Let that clock hit the 2-minute warning. Here we've got Tavon Austin in the back of the end zone going for the kill shot, and Tavon Austin sucks. I might have to take him out. I thought he would be better at receiver than he is. I wish that he was still listed as a running back because he'd probably have a lot more value to me there. Here I'm just trying to run around and I'd rather take a sack, but of course I can't even make the fumble recovery because there's no awareness when you're running with an offensive lineman to take the ball. So we had the game in our pocket. All we had to do was kick a field goal, and Madden took the game away from us. So now it's 14-14. All I've got to do is just keep him out of field goal range, take this thing to overtime, give ourselves another chance here. DeMarcus Lawrence gets through the lineman, makes the sack through the lineman. What a clutch play. It is now, we get the ball back with more time on the clock than we expected, so we're going to take a chance here. I don't really have anybody. I take the sack. Got to call timeout. The significant thing on this play is we lost Zach Martin. Classic Madden, week 1 injuries, taking your top overall player. I try to dump it out to Zeke, let him make some magic happen. He gets stuffed, so we got to run no huddle now. We have no timeouts. Could have potentially called a spike, but I did not. Good thing we did not complete that pass. We might not have had time. Shoulder tear for Zach Martin. Crucial injury. Zach Martin is now out for 5 weeks. Alright, we're headed to overtime, folks. We won the coin toss. We, of course, elected to receive. And we're going to take the kick out to the 30-yard line. My heart is throbbing at this point, guys. I've just got to make safe play calls, get in position to score. I'm going to go ahead and get Rico involved again, get the big man. There, he almost gets the first down. 3rd and inches. Got to run a drag route with some 3rd and inches on the call. Barely got Gallup open. He overran it, trying to user him. I think he saw it coming, but he just ran too deep, and I was able to catch him with the drag. Get Zeke back involved. Receivers are able to seal off the edge. Get myself into field goal range. Now it's time to really play safe, but yet aggressive at the same time. Dak's just barely able to get the throw off. Zeke makes an awesome catch and squeezes it all the way out there to get it to 3rd and 1. So I'm trying to give it back to him. Screen pass, and he gets shut down. Loss of 3. We're going to go ahead and kick the field goal here with our brand new kicker. He nails it, of course. Clutch. Now we've got to go to defense. All right, if we had scored a touchdown, we could have gone home, walk-off touchdown. Now we've got to play defense again. First play, he gets a nice run with Christian McCaffrey. 1st and 10. He gets another nice run. 2nd and 1. He runs a play action. We bite on it. Sean Lee, what are you doing? If you can swat that thing with your elbow, you need to intercept that, end the game. That's a walk-off interception, man. All right, 3rd and 1. Crucial play. We got to stop him here. So I called an exotic blitz where I put way too much pressure on myself in the middle of the field, and there's no way I was covering all those guys. That could be a very, very costly error. Here I got caught off guard by the snap. I tried to use the lineman on accident, and I get held up. Look at this. And somehow, even though I was held by a different player, they called holding on the game-saving penalty. Next play, he comes out. He's frustrated. I see where he's going. He throws it up. Byron Jones, how do you not pick that off? That's a blessing. Bless him. 2nd and 20. Big play here. I see where he's going. He throws it anyways. Leighton Vander Esch with the walk-off user lurk, folks. And that's how week 1 is going to end. We come away with the victory in overtime. What a play. Ron Rivera's pissed. He's throwing down his clipboard. He's out of here. And that's going to do it, guys. Players of the game, easily Ezekiel Elliott, Xavier Woods. Allen Hurns had a big day, too. And then Leighton Vander Esch with the clutch interception to end the game. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be back next week with another one of these. And we will be taking on the New York Giants, which is actually a ex-college football player from Northwestern. I will introduce him. He was actually on our Premier Madden podcast. I'll leave a link in the description. Go check that out. Once again, I appreciate you sticking with me throughout all of these. In the next ones, I will have the sound adjusted. I had turned down the commentary, so I will be able to have the crowd noises and the field noise all turned up so you guys will be able to hear that going on. And I will see you guys in the next video.